Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Tuesday Talk with Judas Priest. How you guys doing today? Yep. For some reason, I don't know why I was waiting for you guys to say something back. I wish I could start over. Let me start back over. Hello, welcome to Tuesday Talk with Judas Priest. Hey, you guys. So first off, I do want to shout out Wow, That's Crazy podcast. Had a great time Sunday. Love the show. And then yesterday, well, that's today. But today, Lay Back and Chill podcast. That was great. Great topic. Great. So check him out on YouTube, you guys. And secondly, I just wanted to. I went blank. Oh shit. Okay, so today we're going to talk about some topics and some news stories that I picked up during the last week or two that I wanted to talk about. But before I start, I want to say it is very crucial that you know who you have living with you or around your kids. One of the main things that was going on, as I've seen while looking at these topics and looking at the news like the last couple of weeks or two, is definitely that the boyfriend or the baby daddy or even the husband, you know, uh, red flags, cutting up bodies and shooting and burning. There's a lot of deviant people out here. There's just I don't know. It feel like the devil just taking over people's minds or something. It's crazy. So be careful. Look at those red flags and signs about what's dangerous, or we talk about it plenty of times on the show about how to identify when someone is violent and have those tendencies to be violent. You know, them joking that they gonna kill you or they can kill you if you leave them and all of that stuff. It's 2022. We need to take that stuff for real and and readjust when people start saying that. I know TV glorify and make it look like it's cute on the movies when they say, "Oh, I love you and I'll kill you if you leave." That's one of my worst movies that I hate is Baby Boy because of all of that extra stuff. So we're gonna go on. We're gonna go on. The first topic that we're gonna talk about is don't be a JJ. Look at what he wear. Go to the next one, man. All right, a Tennessee jury orders Cracker Barrel to pay man 9.4 million after he was served glass filled with a chemical. Okay, so first thing first, how? I just want to say how. How? If anyone's ever worked in a restaurant, you know where the chemicals are, and you know where to get the soda and everything from. You know what that sound like to me? Sound like he was a jerk or got them mad, made the server mad, and she went to back there and gave him the chemicals on purpose. There's no way that was an accident. No way you accidentally gave me chemicals, a full glass of it. And it's crazy because I would have drank it too, and I would have did exactly what he did and went to and went to court and did that. So that I thought that was really, really, really weird. That's crazy. Like, and I know I've seen some bad things in restaurants, but to serve somebody a glass full of chemicals, that you must have really pissed off your server. So be nice to your servers, especially right now because people ain't coming to work. So you gotta if you go to a restaurant and your server there, be nice to them, or you gonna get a glass full of chemicals. Oh wait, somebody said something. Thank you, blind believer. All right, so the next story is This judge right here, Your Honor, he's a jerk. I was reading a story, and a lot of times when it come to eyes when we read stories is. So I was reading a story, and so it was an elderly lady. Number one, she was an elderly lady, and number two, she's also is a cancer patient. So she has cancer. She's in her 70s and with cancer, and he told her that he ought to throw her in jail because she didn't clean her weeds in the back part of her alley in Detroit. And and two things. Number one, as a judge, I think that was inappropriate, and he knew it was inappropriate because just recently he just apologized for it, and and was saying, oh, he didn't know the situation, he didn't know all of that. But as a judge, his job is to see beyond that. So he's an asshole for that, and I don't accept your apologies, and neither do she. And we make sure we remember his name. Put his picture up one more time. Remember his name, because when it's time to vote again for judges, do not put this loser back in office. All right, the next story. All right, so I thought this was cool. George Clooney explains why he gave 14 close friends $1 million each. Let me explain something to y'all about this. I like that story because you know how we be telling people, oh yeah, we gonna make it together, and if I make it before you, I'm gonna look out for you, and all of this stuff. It was really good to see something positive in the news like that. Like, oh wow, he looked out for 14 friends. He gave 14 people $1 million. That's cool. That's like that got to be like his inner circle of friends, the people that he called and talked to and be around. So I thought that was real cool and something positive in the news to watch. Uh, because you get these people that be saying, "Oh yeah, when I make it, oh when I get it, make it, I got you. I'm gonna look out for you for looking out for me." Then next thing you know, they get a promotion or something good happen. You ain't talked to them in 5 or 10 years after that. Y'all run into each other at Walmart or Target, and then it's be like, "Oh, hi! I ain't seen you in a while." Yeah, I've been busy. Yeah, those are the type of people that red flag you need to get rid of. All right, the next story. All right, this guy was charged with the death of his. He was babysitting, and this is one of the things that I was talking about. He's responsible for the death, and this just happened, like December the 17th. Um, don't leave your kids with everybody. We have to really stop that. We really have to stop leaving our kids with just anybody and everybody. You done met him online or that freak Nick party or in the club when y'all barely knew each other's name. Then you like, then this guy, the next day he watching your kids. Guys, be careful with that foolishness right there. That's a hot mess right there. A hot mess. So next, okay. So this is the problem with I have with this. This is so is the girl. Everybody know about the girl in the East Point that's missing and been missing for a minute. So this is her cousin that she was so-called last, the person of interest. Actually, let me read the article a bit. So the cousin of a girl, teenage girl who went missing from East Point, has been charged with lying to a peace officer in the investigation. Jalen Brazier, 21, was arraigned Monday, January 24th, in 38th District Court. He faces one account lying to a peace officer in a violent crime investigation and one count of lying to a peace officer. Um, he was taken into custody in the connection of the disappearance of the 17-year-old Zion Rochelle Foster. He was previously identified as a person of interest in the case and turned himself in on January the 19th. Okay, so this is what we're saying. And this one is kind of scary because that was her cousin. And I don't know about anybody else, but I'm close with my cousins. We're like brothers. So you know that kind of like hurt because it's like, man, this girl is missing, and the cousin has something to do with it, and he lied to investigators in order for them to charge him with this, that means they have to have some other evidence that's saying that whatever he's saying is a lie and it don't add up. So it's not that they just accuse saying, "Oh, okay, he lying." They have to have proof that he lied in order to charge him with this. And he was arraigned for this. So that means that he has something to do with either the disappearance of her or her not making it back home. Either way, it's family. That's what I'm saying. You have to be careful with who you surround yourself with. Just because y'all related doesn't mean that y'all family. And we got to stop that. Just because we grew up with somebody, or just because that person knew us when we was kids, that stuff that don't connect y'all in any type of way. You got to be careful of your surroundings and know the real intentions of people, because that's crazy. This little girl is not coming home because she was out with her cousin, and that's scary. This the guy right here. Like, this is ridiculous. All right, next is all right. So, okay, the thing about this, it's a suspect who robbed man. These suspects it's actually three. They're only showing two. They're only showing two right now because the third one is actually 17 years old. So he's a minor. So they don't release his name. They don't release his name or his picture. But the suspect robbed a man of a PS5 after online meeting up. And so after that, they found out that they was connected with 9 other robberies. But the thing that caught my eyes about it, because I was it kept saying Metro Detroit. And I'm like, Metro Detroit? Who the hell meet up with somebody in Detroit with a PS5? But then guess what, guys? This is the crazy part. Number one, they met up in the police parking lot. So they met up with these people. They robbed 9 people in a police parking lot. See, I have a problem with that because number one, if we're meeting in a police parking lot to exchange or make a deal like this, where was the police presence at? Well, you didn't go in and say, "Hey, I'm about to make a deal." A PlayStation right now is what, $700, going from $600 to $700, $800, up to $900. You didn't think to go inside the police station and say, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to monitor this exchange"? That's crazy, right? And then, secondly, none of this happened in Detroit. I'm just really tired of seeing these articles when I read them, and then it says, wait, one incident happened in West Bloomfield, 4 incidents happened in Southfield, 1 incident in Nathaniel Village, 1 incident in Troy, and 1 incident in Novi. Do you understand? I haven't heard Detroit in not one of those. But yet again, the topic said parking lot and police station across Metro Detroit. PlayStation 5. Let's see, 9 PlayStation 5s. $600. That's you over $1,000. Now you got a felon. You 18 years old and you make yourself a felon already. That's why I'm saying bad decisions already in 2022. Because ain't nobody talking to this kid. It was a caught after attempting to do the last robbery on the area, a 12 Mile in Southfield. Dummies. But we did learn in school, especially when I was in criminal justice, that most crimes happen around the police station. So I found that so funny. Like, what? I can't believe that just happened. All right. So lastly, the last topic is kind of personal. So I wanted to know about it. So a Boston hospital says it would not waste a good heart to perform a heart transplant on a 31-year-old patient who refuses to get vaccinated against COVID-19. The organs are scarce. We are not going to distribute them to someone who has a poor chance of leaving when others who are vaccinated have a better chance post-surgery of surviving, the hospital said. So, okay, so this is my real topic for the day. And so take your time and read it. Alrighty, y'all read it? Good. That's good. It's good. So number one, so let me explain something to you. So I am a kidney failure. So my kidneys fail. So I go to dialysis. And I go to dialysis 3 times a week. And there are several things that come with that. It's a life change. It changes your routines. It changes your everything, your mental, your physical. And so I don't want to be on dialysis for like the rest of my life. I don't even want to be on it longer than I have to. Um, but there are things that my doctor and the doctors and even the kidney donor people has for me to do. And and rules and regulations. Number one, smoking, cigarettes, and stuff like that. There's a lot of different things. They want to make sure you're healthy, so you got to make sure you're taking your meds and you're doing vitamins, all of that stuff. So, here's my question. Number one, them to the person who refusing to get the COVID. It's not even about refusing to take in the COVID at this point. It's the point of being able to survive, being able to live. And I'm saying that because I know for me, I don't like anyone telling me what to do. I don't. However, when it comes down to me, my livelihood and for me to live, what you say I gotta do what? You say I gotta do this, you gotta do that. I don't understand where's that unction to want to live longer. You about to get a heart transplant and all you have to do is just get a vaccination. And it's not like that. I don't understand it. It's not telling you. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Maybe you guys wouldn't do it, but like I'm confused about that because you already that means that you don't have a good health. So if you did catch the COVID or anything like that, the chances are not good. So I was really confused and hurt by that, and I'm like really really stuck on because is what we're about to experience now? Is this what we're about to go through? Like that's the scary part. Like, or is that what we about to experience? You know, are they going to start separating as far as vaccinated people and non-vaccinated people? And are we going to start being getting treated different if you're vaccinated versus if you're not vaccinated? I mean, I'm vaccinated, and I don't push anything or any agenda on anyone. I feel like, hey, individually wise, that's on you. However, as a whole in the collective, I mean, our individual choices still affect everybody as a whole. Um, I see that they keep knocking the mandate on the mask down and saying, "Oh, we don't. It's not. It's illegal for you to mandate somebody to wear a mask." I'm like, well, because we're not saying that we want it to be illegal not to wear masks, but we do want them to say, "Hey, we know that wearing masks is helping keep it down. So why not, for the good of the community and for the good of everybody else, do what you need to do so that we can move on?" Because I mean, how many people want to see their family members? I do. I miss seeing my little nieces and nephews and my sisters and stuff. Um, so, but back to that. So we gotta start paying attention to stuff like that. I know I saw that in the news and I was like, man, that's a scary thing because what if it's we can't treat you in this hospital because you don't got the COVID. You see what I'm saying? Uh, it was another event that I was thinking about going to, and I was reading it, and they had one of the rules is you have to have your vaccination card to prove that you was vaccinated before you can even come in. So just think about that, you guys, and have the conversation. I mean, I can respect, number one, I can respect the man for not wanting to get vaccinated still. Far as for his belief. If he don't want to get vaccinated, he don't want to get vaccinated. And he's like, hey, if it costs me not to get my heart transplant, I'm still not gonna get vaccinated because I stand against getting vaccinated. So you can, I mean, I applaud that because I mean that takes a lot of strength and a lot of, you know, balls to be like, oh, I'm not gonna do it. However, if it was on me, which harm you want to stick me? Because I want to live and I'll do anything to live. I know that sounds kind of desperate, but you don't know until you're in that situation when you're thinking that you're not gonna make it, or the doctors come walking in, and that happened to me several times. You know, when you see them white coats coming in your room and it's filling up, and you looked up and you got about 9 or 10 white coats around you. Trust me, your heart just start beating, and you like, oh Lord. And every time they tell you something, they say, well, this never happened before. But however, you know, that stuff hurt is scary. So I mean, for me, it's a always whatever I gotta do to live, I'm gonna do it. I was just talking to the doctor the other day because they starting to do pig intestines. The pig, they using pig parts for the pig now for transplants too. Now, guess what? Now, if it when they start if it the first successful one happens, okay, and then if they come to me and say, Judas Priest, we got a kidney for you, but it's a pig kidney. You think I'm not gonna take that pig kidney? Oink oink me up. I just said I would be like, okay, I'm next. It works and it keep me alive. I work it. I mean, the greatest thing about humanity to me is that we find ways to live and to better our lives. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with wanting to live. There's nothing wrong with looking for ways to better your life and stuff. So uh, don't get discouraged, you guys. I know the COVID is really knocking at people's doors. People at work are catching it. Um, People in the churches catching it. People everywhere is getting it and having it. Just keep yourself safe and secure. Wear your mask, and then guess what? If you somewhere and somebody coughing too many times, give them that look. Like, hey, okay, you cough once, and move on and get out, because that's what I'm doing. So you guys don't forget to check us out this week. Tomorrow you got Jevy, the real. Check him out. He bring in some topics talking about. He didn't tell me, so he talking about something good always. And Thursday you have Fresh with his take. He told me he gonna be talking about sports this week. Oh yeah. It's kind of sad, you guys. Everybody hashtag him and tell him, oh, we sorry Brady didn't make it. He was so sad. I'm sorry, that's too funny. Okay, guys, and then Friday, you got all of us, and we all bringing it to the table and putting it in the mix. Thank you, guys. And don't forget to watch Morning Inspiration with Judas Priest. Don't forget. Oh, definitely. Definitely. And if anybody want to get married, Judas Priest is now ordained, so I can marry you guys. I can counsel you, relationship counsel, personal counseling. If you just want somebody to talk to, just go ahead. I talk all day to you. Or I'll let you talk all day. I'll listen to it, nod my head with my pad, writing down stuff. But thank you guys for watching Tuesday Talk with Judas Priest. And if you guys got an article or a story in the news that you see, go ahead and send it to me. And I'll talk about it and give you my opinion on it. And that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching Tuesday Talk. Be blessed.